to Dove Dragon Radio. I'm your host, M.L.Ruscsak. I'm here with a special children's author today. And if I can talk, that would be wonderful. But this is live radio, so whatever happens, happens, right? So the author is Nichola Zacher. Welcome. And I know I
Thank you. I'm honored. Thank you so much.
And like I said, you're a children's author. So you have 3 books out, and I know you're doing t-shirts and other things, and they're doing well online. But which was your first?
Oh, thank you. Well, I just want to thank you so much. I'm very honored to be a guest on your show and share my book.
We're welcome to have you.
Oh, great. Thank you.
So which was the first book?
The first book was Marley's Dream Love.
Okay, so you're a children's author, so I'm assuming you're a mother.
I was an ECE.
Okay.
And yes, I've always been involved with children. And I started babysitting when I was 13 and babysat a lot. And then I went to college for an ECE and supply taught in the daycares. So I've always been involved with children.
Always with the kids. So yeah, that makes perfect sense. So you have, and Marley is the doggy?
Marley is a puppy. She's right here. Say hello, Marley.
Oh, she's so
cute. Say hello, Marley. Look at her big brown eyes. There's her.
She's
Show them your big brown eyes.
And for you out there not paying attention to the video and listen to us on Spotify, if you go to the YouTube, you see the adorable little puppy.
Yes, and Marley, actually, a lot of people can probably relate to Marley today because Marley is having anxiety. Marley has anxiety every Thursday morning, or most Thursday mornings, over the garbage truck.
So I have 3 that have the same problem on Sundays.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
Yes, they will not move for the mailman. They would bark at anyone that comes up on the porch, but the garbage truck, they have anxiety. They have to wait for that truck at 2 o'clock in the morning to be barking at it till it leaves.
No, yes, Marley doesn't get like aggressive about it. She doesn't bark or anything, but she's shaking and she doesn't want to eat. She doesn't want to go outside. And her eyes get even bigger and she pants. So I'm like, oh my goodness.
Well, but we'll get through this terrible truck that comes through our neighborhood once a week and just causes all the ruckus for all the dogs.
Yes.
So which is your second book?
So the second book is Marley the Dreamer.
Okay.
And then I have a coloring book, Marley's Colorful World. There's Marley in the center. And then the t-shirts, I tried to think, I like to support all causes. And I tried to think of what I could do for the Inuits, because that has been a huge story, an issue. And so I thought I would do, because I wanted to cover everybody and include everybody.
Right.
And so on the shirt is all different colored children. And it says better together, which I think is a good message for children. We are all better together.
I mean, we need the positive influence with our kids. And I don't know how to say this enough, but we cannot have this diversity that we're forcing on the kids. We have to come together as a human race.
Right. That's right.
Be all inclusive. We can't segregate based on any bias.
Right.
So we have to teach them young. We have to do this.
Right. Yeah. So that's the meaning behind the shirts.
That is a wonderful meaning, because that says everything in a picture with a cute, adorable puppy.
Right.
And that's how learning should be. I mean, your books are for kids, but I'm assuming they teach kids something that they can carry on through life with, not just a story.
Yes, and create a world where they're all better together, hopefully.
Hopefully. I mean, that's what children's books are supposed to do, is inspire us to do something.
Right. Yes.
either create a world that we're all better together or inspire us to find a solution to work together.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
And your third book is out, but you don't have it available for us to see it. But what is the title of that?
It's called Marley and Shelley's Playdate. And Shelley has trouble with math.
Mhm.
So Marley helps her. They're outside playing, and Marley helps her count the apples from the apple tree, and gives Shelley a lot of empathy and understanding, and tries to be a good friend.
And that's okay. Dogs in general, pets in general, are
Right.
the best friends for a lot of things, for anxiety, for becoming counselors. I know when I was little, I had a dog that was my counselor. And that might sound very weird to anyone out there, but I can tell you this beagle that I had was the best listener in the world. It never judged me.
Absolutely, that's right. Well, in this book, Shelley is a turtle. So, and it's, smaller than Marley. So she
Right.
she's very kind to Shelley.
And you put a turtle and a dog together and you get lots of fun.
Yes.
I mean, you put a turtle and a rabbit together and they become best friends. So,
Yes, that's right.
I raised a lot of pets through my years. So, I mean, animals in general can teach us a lot of things. And to put them in a children's book is a better ventricle for kids to relate.
Yes.
I mean, they may or may not relate to a strawberry shortcake humanoid, figure, but
Right.
they may relate to a animal or a creature that does something.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
So how many books are you planning on the Marley series?
Well, I'm planning a Thanksgiving book and a Christmas book and a Valentine's book so far.
These actually going to be out this year?
Yes, the Thanksgiving and the Christmas book will be.
Well, of course, you can't have Valentine's until February, right?
Right. Yes.
I mean, that wouldn't make sense to have Valentine's.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. We have Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Halloween stuff all in stores right now. So it may actually make sense to have Valentine's in Christmas.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
That's my store humor. Sorry. Worked in retail for a while. So I mean, that's years past, but at the same time,
Right.
you put all the holidays, there you go, put all the holidays in one book and confuse
Yes.
everyone.
Yes, that's an idea too.
I mean, but we have to teach not only the holidays, but
Right.
the meaning of the holidays,
Yes.
being together, not the
Right.
presents,
Right.
not the political, but being together as a
Right.
family. That's what the big meaning is, of coming together as a family, as one.
Yes.
Love and cherish each other as a family. Doesn't matter
Right.
if your family is your neighbor or if they're a blood relative.
Yes.
So
Right.
I think we got away from the meanings of holidays and go to the presents anymore. It boggles my mind.
Yes, I think so.
But I mean, what else right now are you working on? Other than Marley books and being an awesome ESA? Did I say that right?
ECE, yes.
So is that what you're primarily working on right now?
Well, right now, being an author is my primary job, and promoting the books and shirts, and we're looking into Marley jewelry, and so all Marley things, and promoting Marley and the message of love.
And do you have a website right now so we can find more?
I do, yes, there's a website, and Marley's Dream is the website.com, and you'll be able to find all those things on the website. It's being updated this month, I believe.
Well, you have a lot of books coming out, so it's probably updated constantly.
Right, yes.
People, and you said something, being an author is a full-time job.
Right.
We have to look at it from the business end because it is a full-time job.
Yes, it is.
you can't just write a book and set it on the shelf and expect it to do something. You have
No.
to work it like a job, like
Yes.
a career, as a
Yes.
business. You have
Yes,
to have
exactly.
more than one ventricle, which is why you have the t-shirts and the jewelry you're working on and things like this.
Right. Yes.
Marley is your brand.
Right. She is. Exactly.
In your little cute one that you have showed us is probably your inspiration for a lot of trouble that's coming into Marley's world, so she can fix it later on.
Right. Yes, you're exactly right.
See, get inside the head of an author. You can find out a bunch of stuff.
Yes, you can.
I mean, sometimes there's some authors' minds I don't want to get into, like Stephen King. I don't want to know what's going on in there, but
Right.
you know, well, it is Halloween, so maybe we want to analyze that a little bit. But at the same time, when it's a children's book, we find authors like you, and we know you're inspiring the next generation.
Right. Yes. Hopefully that's the purpose behind the books.
Where else can our viewers or listeners find Marley?
Marley has her own Facebook page, Marley's Dream Love. And I have a Facebook page too, Nichola Zacher. You can always reach me on my Facebook page. And Instagram, Marley's Dream.
So you have a lot of places that you can find Marley, find everything. I mean, I'm sure you can buy Marley t-shirts and stuff from the Facebook pages.
Right.
They allow that now. I'm like years ago, you can't sell things from Facebook, but now it's a marketplace as well. And you know, there's a bunch of places that we can find resources for our kids. This is just one more resource. And my 8-year-old, I can tell you, hates math. It's very contentious for her. And you know, going in first grade is, you know, hard for her.
Right.
For my 18-year-old is, oh, it's just math. It's the simplest thing on earth. I'm like, well, you take after me. Your sister does not. Sorry.
Right.
But yeah, every kid has their strengths and the weaknesses. One might be a strength in math and they struggle in literature. One might be a history major and can't do math to save their life. It's just, you know, each kid has different stories, which is why we have so many books, because, hey, let's get to the child's idea of what they need to move ahead. And let's have the doggy teach it, because sometimes the kid's gonna go with the dogs. The dog says 2 + 2 apples + 2 apples is 4 apples. So the dog has to be right.
Right. Yes. And it takes the pressure and the stress away from it, because you're focusing on Marley, who's so lovable and kind, that you're not stressed about it at all. It's more fun. And
exactly. You have to have fun. You have to find the ventricle for the child to succeed.
Yes, absolutely. And that does stick with you, because I know when I was a little girl, I used to watch the Pokey Puppy, and I still remember the Pokey Puppy. So it really inspires children. It does stick with them.
Right. My time was My Little Ponies and Pound Puppies. So I mean, you learn from the animals. Now, don't ask me like what other cartoons were out there, but if you have an animal in there, I'm going to remember it. Why? Because they're cute, they're colorful. You can, you know, even the toys, the plushies, they're animals. You can cuddle them. So kids actually go to the animals more, and it teaches better empathy. If I can. So that's why we use the animals. You know. But it was so great to have you on the show today.
Well, thank you. I was very honored, and it was a pleasure to meet you.
And it was a pleasure to meet you as well, and meet Marley, because she's adorable.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's still shaking a little bit, but she's calm, sitting on my lap.
She's a camera shy puppy with that, you know.
Normally she really, there we go, Marley.
There she
there's Marley.
That's cute. What kind
She's a
of breed is
very
she, by the way?
a shorkie, part Yorkie, part Shih Tzu.
Ah, okay.
She's very super friendly. It's just that
Yes.
she's having anxiety, which a lot of children can relate to.
hmm
And
Adults as well.
yes, yes.
I
So
mean, yeah.
I like to
Dogs-
share that with everyone because Marley can be supportive and relate to having anxieties.
Yes. I mean, all of our puppies can relate to anxiety. I mean, it doesn't matter how they present itself. It could be as simple as my master is away, which is,
Right.
you think about it as my pack, because
Right.
dogs are pack animals. So a member
Right.
of their pack is gone. So now they're
Yes.
anxious as why
Yes.
why their pack member is gone. Is their pack member coming back?
Right.
So, but
Yes,
thank you
exactly.
so much for being on the show today.
Thank you.
And if you look in our comment section, you can find more about Marley and where you can find her books. But for all of our readers and our listeners, happy reading.